Dopamine is a powerful chemical in the brain. It is often referred to as the motivation molecule because of its significant role in driving human behavior. This neurotransmitter is produced in several areas of the brain, including the substantia nigra and the ventral tegmental area. Once released, dopamine travels along specific pathways to exert its effects on various brain functions. It plays a crucial role in motivation and desire. When we set a goal or strive to achieve something, dopamine is the chemical that fuels our drive and determination. Whether it's an athlete pushing through a grueling training session, a student burning the midnight oil, or a professional working tirelessly on a project, dopamine is at work behind the scenes. While often associated with pleasure, dopamine's primary function is to drive us toward rewards. It creates a sense of anticipation and excitement, making the pursuit of our goals feel rewarding in itself. This is why achieving a goal, winning a competition, or receiving a gift can feel so exhilarating. It acts as a signal telling us what is important for survival and well-being. Dopamine helps prioritize our actions, ensuring that we focus on activities that are beneficial for us. This signaling mechanism is crucial for making decisions that enhance our quality of life and ensure our survival. When we anticipate a reward, our brain releases dopamine. This release creates a feeling of pleasure and motivates us to pursue the reward. The anticipation itself can be a powerful motivator, driving us to take action and move closer to our goals. This surge motivates us to take action and obtain the desired outcome. Whether it's climbing a mountain, running a marathon, or simply completing a challenging task, dopamine provides the necessary push to keep us going, even when the going gets tough. Whether it's food, social connection, or achievement, dopamine reinforces behaviors that lead to these rewards. It creates a positive feedback loop, encouraging us to repeat actions that result in pleasurable outcomes. This reinforcement is essential for learning and adapting to our environment. This mechanism has been essential for our survival as a species. In ancient times, dopamine-driven behaviors ensured that our ancestors hunted for food, formed social bonds, and worked together to overcome challenges. These behaviors were critical for survival and reproduction. It ensures we seek out food, find mates, and strive for success. By driving us to pursue these essential activities, dopamine has played a key role in the evolution of human society. It has helped us build communities, form relationships, and achieve remarkable feats, however. In our modern world, this system is often hijacked by artificial stimuli, leading to an imbalance in dopamine levels. Activities like using smartphones, playing video games, and binge-watching TV can trigger excessive dopamine release, creating a cycle of dependency and reducing our motivation for more meaningful pursuits. Understanding the role of dopamine can help us make better choices and maintain a healthy balance in our lives. A classic experiment with rats, conducted in the mid-20th century, has become a cornerstone in our understanding of brain chemistry and behavior. This study vividly illustrates dopamine's potent effects on the brain and behavior. Dopamine, often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter, plays a crucial role in reward and pleasure systems. In this groundbreaking study, scientists implanted electrodes in the brains of rats, specifically targeting the areas associated with dopamine release. These areas are part of the brain's reward circuitry, which is responsible for feelings of pleasure and reinforcement. When the rats pressed a lever, the electrodes stimulated these areas, flooding their brains with dopamine. The results were astounding. The rats quickly learned to associate pressing the lever with the pleasurable sensation of dopamine release. The rats became fixated on pressing the lever, repeating the action compulsively. They would press the lever hundreds of times, seemingly unable to stop themselves. They neglected basic needs like food and water, choosing the dopamine rush over essential survival instincts. This behavior demonstrated the powerful grip that dopamine can have on the brain, overriding even the most fundamental drives. This experiment highlights the power of dopamine in shaping behavior and driving motivation. It underscores the importance of understanding how neurotransmitters influence our actions and decisions, providing valuable insights into both normal and pathological behaviors. Our modern environment, saturated with digital technology, presents unprecedented challenges to our dopamine systems. Smartphones, social media, video games, and streaming services provide a constant stream of readily available stimulation. These platforms are engineered to be addictive, employing persuasive design techniques to keep us engaged. Each notification, like, and message triggers a surge of dopamine, reinforcing our attachment to these devices. Over time, this constant bombardment desensitizes our brains to dopamine's effects. We develop a tolerance, requiring increasingly frequent and intense stimuli to experience the same level of reward. Our bodies strive for balance, a state known as homeostasis. When we experience prolonged periods of high dopamine levels, our brains adapt to maintain this equilibrium. One way they achieve this is by reducing the number of dopamine receptors or making them less sensitive. This process, known as downregulation, leads to tolerance. We become less responsive to the activities that once brought us pleasure. As a result, we seek out even more intense and frequent stimulation to achieve the same dopamine high, perpetuating a vicious cycle. Section 5. Dopamine detox, resetting your brain's reward system. To combat the negative effects of dopamine overstimulation, consider a dopamine detox. This practice involves temporarily abstaining from activities that trigger excessive dopamine release. By reducing exposure to these stimuli, we allow our brains to reset and regain sensitivity. A dopamine detox can involve different levels of restriction, from a few hours to a full day or even longer. The key is to identify the activities that most strongly trigger your dopamine system and consciously limit your engagement with them. Section 6. Embracing boredom, the path to long-term gratification. During a dopamine detox, it's crucial to embrace boredom. Our instant gratification society often avoids boredom at all costs. However, boredom can be a catalyst for creativity, self-reflection, and pursuing long-term goals. Instead of immediately reaching for your phone or turning on the television, allow yourself to sit with the feeling of boredom. Engage in activities that nurture your mind and body, such as reading, taking a walk in nature, or practicing mindfulness meditation. Section 7. Managing dopamine, aligning actions with goals. Beyond detox periods, managing dopamine long-term involves aligning your actions with your goals. Instead of letting dopamine dictate your choices, consciously choose activities that support your values and aspirations. Prioritize tasks that contribute to your long-term well-being, even if they don't provide an immediate dopamine rush. Break down larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Reward yourself for completing these steps with healthy activities that provide a sense of accomplishment. Section 8. Practical steps for dopamine control. Here are some practical steps to implement dopamine control in your daily life. By making small, intentional changes, you can significantly improve your mental well-being and overall happiness. Let's dive into some actionable steps you can take right away. Establish technology boundaries. Set limits on your screen time and social media use. Constant notifications and endless scrolling can lead to dopamine overload, making it harder to find joy in simpler activities. Try setting specific times during the day when you allow yourself to check your phone or social media. Designate specific times for checking notifications and emails. This helps you stay focused on tasks without constant interruptions. You might find that you are more productive and less stressed when you aren't constantly checking your phone. Cultivate mindfulness. Pay attention to how you feel after engaging in certain activities. Mindfulness practices like meditation, deep breathing, and yoga can help you become more aware of your emotional state and how different activities affect your dopamine levels. Notice if you feel drained or unfulfilled and adjust your behavior accordingly. Keeping a journal can be a helpful way to track your feelings and identify patterns. If certain activities consistently leave you feeling depleted, it might be time to make some changes. Seek out healthy dopamine sources. Engage in activities that provide a sense of accomplishment. Completing tasks, no matter how small, can give you a dopamine boost and a sense of satisfaction. Celebrate your achievements, even the minor ones, to reinforce positive behavior, such as learning a new skill, pursuing a hobby, or engaging in creative activities. These activities not only provide a healthy source of dopamine, but also help you develop new talents and interests. Or spending time with loved ones. Social interactions and meaningful connections with others are essential for emotional well-being. Make time for family and friends and cherish those moments of genuine connection. Section 9. Seeking professional help, when to reach out. If you struggle to control your dopamine levels and feel trapped in a cycle of unhealthy behaviors, seeking professional help is essential. Addiction, whether to substances or behaviors, is a complex issue that often requires specialized support. Therapists and counselors can provide guidance, accountability, and evidence-based strategies to manage dopamine and regain control over your life. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength and a crucial step toward lasting well-being.